Techno update. Subscribe now.
Xiaomi Mi Note 2 Review. Design and build. The Xiaomi Mi Note 2 is one big piece of loveliness, with its gorgeous curved edges at the front and back, high-gloss black finish and rich OLED display. Unlike the Mi 5S and Mi 5S Plus, which now feature a metal unibody, the Mi Note 2 retains its glass front and rear, which is very much like the design used by Samsung in its S and Note series flagships. It's not quite the Note 7 copycat people are calling it, and an obvious difference is the lack of a stylus here, but there are some similarities. The Xiaomi 2 has a 5.7-inch panel, although it has a lower screen resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels. The difference between Full and Quad HD will not be noticeable in most use cases, but if you demand the very best multimedia experience, then regardless of what you read, the human eye can tell the difference between the two. That's not to say the Xiaomi isn't pin sharp, however, and we really don't think you'll be disappointed with this screen. The battery capacity has also increased by more than 25%, from 3,000 mAh in the Mi Note to 4,070 mAh in the Mi Note 2, and yet the new phone adds just 7 grams and less than a millimeter to its belly. It's still remarkably thin at 7.8 millimeters. This battery supports Quick Charge 3.0, which Xiaomi says can charge the phone to 83% in half an hour. The Xiaomi Mi Note 2 was previously available in two configurations, one with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, reviewed here, and another with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. The top-end model is also available with global LTE support. Now there is a new special edition that pairs 64GB of storage with 6GB of RAM. All models run the Qualcomm Snapdragon 821 quad-core processor at 2.35 GHz with Adreno 530 GPU, which is quite a jump up from the Snapdragon 801 and Adreno 330 seen in the Mi Note. Of course, there was also a Mi Note Pro that ran the more recent Snapdragon 810 and Adreno 430 GPU. When considering the core specifications, the Mi Note 2 begins to look even more like the Mi 5S Plus. After all, both have the Snapdragon 821 processor, 4/6 of a gigabyte RAM, 128 of a gigabyte storage and a 5.7-inch Full HD screen. The key differences between the two are the curved OLED panel on the front and glass rear of the Mi Note 2, plus a slightly higher capacity battery, 4,070 mAh versus 3,800 mAh, and a single 23MP camera. The Mi 5S Plus has two 13MP lenses. Storage is incredibly generous at 64GB as standard, though it's a shame there's no microSD card slot for those who demand more. The battery is also very high in capacity at 4,070 mAh. In our experience, it lasts for around a day and a half, though the ability to charge it to 83% in half an hour makes runtime seem less important. Wireless charging is not supported, and the battery is not removable. Cameras. The Xiaomi Mi Note 2 has a 23MP, actually 22.56MP, f/2.0 Sony IMX318 at the rear with a dual-tone flash and support for 4K video with eyes. Amazingly, despite the thin chassis, this huge sensor sits flush to the phone.